So, I started dicking around. I bought a new turbo blanket, and it came in a couple days ago by Funk Motorsports. I'm gonna try their inside out turbo blanket. It's supposed to be like the same material that's on the inside, so this like material and everything that keeps it inside will also keep it cool on the outside, but like the heat and everything, you can put this over turbo clamps. The other one, same thing, you can put over turbo clamps, but this one, because it's the inside out one, if I want to, I could tuck this behind the turbo clamp and it won't fray or do anything. But yeah, so I bought that. The fucking clamps sucked putting on. I don't know if I'm gonna go upside down. Those fucking clamps or springs fucking suck, but I got it done. And yeah, so now I just gotta tighten up the bolts because I did have to bring back the turbo manifold a little bit just because it's hitting here, and I wasn't able to like stuff it because I have about this much gap, but with it backed out I have that much gap, and they're pretty thick. They pack them really well, so but yeah, I'm super excited about that. So turbo blanket's done. I'm gonna tighten the bolts, put everything back together. I haven't done too much except for I bought a new shift knob. It's a little bit taller than the blue one that I had originally, but I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna see how it is and go from there. Got a new suede shift boot. The one, I think it was a Gretty or a HKS boot. That one kind of withered away as well. Cleaned up a lot of the wiring, put together the dash again. Now I just have to put together everything back onto there and then mount that back up. I'm doing like bumper tie downs that like hold the cluster in, because there's no way for me to fix that unless I buy a new dash. Just ordered a windshield from one of my coworkers that does glass stuff. So that's really cool. So I'll have a new windshield, get rid of this one because there's a large crack up here. It's been slowly going around ever since I got it resealed, so it is what it is. So finally I can get a new glass. What's up, guys? It's the next morning. I didn't really film too much last night. I tried to, but the GoPro died. So car's on the ground. It's really cool. Filled it with transmission fluid. I just need to roll it out and put a hose in there, let it flush out all the gunk, so then I can put the new coolant in and have fresh coolant. I'm gonna pull the thermostat out. I did mod this one. All I did was I cut the little wheat hole a little bit bigger, but I'm just gonna pull it out. I don't really need a thermostat anymore, so I'll do that. Do a wiring diagram and all that stuff, because I gotta figure out a power bus for all that, because I literally just had one power wire running fucking 4 different gauges and 4 different things. So I'm going to do a power bus on that so I can have multiple things instead of one thing just kind of fucking tied up to another wire. But yeah, other than that, it's coming along. That's the gauge piece. It fits ridiculously well. The rest of today, I'm just gonna relax so I can finally have a day off, so I'm not worried about work and working on this piece of shit. But yeah, other than that, once this is all done and I can run it, then I'll drive it over to my boys to see if we can straighten it a little bit more. And if we can, cool. If not, it's whatever. I'll just run it and I'll just mess with the fenders a little bit more and manipulate them. Doesn't look too shabby. Looks pretty good with the fenders on. I still need to make a bracket for the fenders. that come along and hold it, just in case like I don't run a bumper or the bumper blows up. This isn't just in the wind fucking moving around, because this is fiberglass. So I'm probably gonna build a bracket from in here to here and resin a back piece so I can bolt it on or zip tie it on. It's been a minute since I grabbed the camera. Well, it's actually been a minute since I worked on the car last, but I'm gonna throw in some clips from I think a week or two ago of like what I did. So today, last night I installed the gauge board underneath the dash. I pretty much did all the wiring and everything now. I ran the wire all the way back from the underneath of the dash to the back of the battery, and I bought a power bus bar. I should have just did that in the beginning instead of having to jump a million things. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen of like what I did, but yeah. So under here, if you can see it, there you go. Yeah, so that's the power bus bar that I made. I did a couple of jumper loops because found out this board is just a parallel board, not a max jumper or bus bar. So did that. I still have to do the ground right here, but pretty much all the wires run underneath. I'm gonna tuck them up a little bit better, and then the gauges got rewired. Everything's rewired in there. I did make the leads a little short, so like it's kind of as far as it goes, but it's whatever. Put power and everything to a voltage meter or a voltage gauge. It actually fit. I didn't even have to trim this. It fit pretty damn well in the stock cigarette lighter location. So did that, and then ran the wire underneath. It goes under here to back here and to a long fucking line of wire. I thought I was gonna need a lot of wire, but I really didn't. Like, that's pretty much, I'm doing a 10 amp fuse between the bar bus to this bar bus, just because it realistically I probably just need like 7 amps, but I'm just gonna do a 10 amp fuse just in case, just for the wiring and everything. It's 18 gauge wire, so 10 amps is a little overkill, but it's whatever. That's all I had on hand. So I gotta add this to the power bus, cut the wire, and do that real fast. But I'm gonna put this back up, and hopefully this will look pretty damn clean. So everything is tucked, everything is installed. That looks so much better. I do need to get a new boost gauge, manual boost gauge, nothing super crazy. I want to get a an electric boost gauge. This looks so much better. Like, there's no crazy holes anymore. I forgot that because it's going straight to power. I'm dumbass as I was like doing it, because I was like, oh, I'll just make a breaker board and just have everything run to that. But unfortunately, I didn't think about it. I need switch power aux. I need switch power to that board, so then it's not constantly on. So I didn't think about that. I just looked into a couple of forums, and I looked at some wiring diagrams. Figured that there's a fuse panel behind here that I have to find a switch power and then figure out what that fuse goes to, and if it's big enough, then I'm just going to run a wire to that, to the other side onto the board, and then I'll probably pull the board down again and wire in a relay there, and have a relay that goes to the power of the board, and then have the relay powered all the way over to the battery, or the relocated battery in the back, and then have it switched to that fuse block that's on the side of the harness over there by the driver's side. So then I can have it as switched on instead of constantly on, or I'd have to wire in a whole new just on-off switch just for gauges, and I didn't want that. I want it to work with the ignition because that's what I had it before, but I had like 3 to 4 different fucking things tied into that. So I'm gonna do that later next week, or maybe a couple of days. We did lose an hour, but it seems to be really light out. I mean, it's only like 6:20, 6:30-ish. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. And yeah, so I just have to look at some diagrams, see what that fuse block all entails and what all it lists for fuses, so then I can figure out that, hey, I need to pull this 20 amp or 30 amp fuse that goes right there by the kick panel. So we'll figure that out, but for right now, it's kind of about it.